Welcome. This is a tutorial on selecting reviewers using ScholarOne Manuscript Central. And we're going to start here in the Associate Editor dashboard with a paper that is ready for reviewer selection. Click on this paper here. I have some information here that I can look at. You can see no reviewers have been selected at this point. I'm going to go ahead and take action as an associate editor. That's going to bring me directly to the reviewer selection tab. I may come back to the manuscript information tab, where I can find additional information about the paper, cover letter, custom questions, as well as the keywords that the author entered. I may copy some of these, since I'll be using them in the demonstration. Once I've reviewed this information, I can go back to the reviewer selection tab. You'll notice that there are no papers here in the reviewer list. If I know the name of a reviewer that I want to invite, I can enter the name in the quick search feature here, and then search for that reviewer. My reviewer is in the list. I'm going to go ahead and add them. Perhaps I want to add another reviewer that I know. Start a new search. Your search returned no results. If the reviewer that I want to invite is not in the system, and I know they are somebody I would like to review this paper, I can use the Add New Reviewer feature. I can enter their information here, and then I can create and add that reviewer, and the system will automatically send an invitation to them that they can accept or reject, and that will add them to the system if they accept. This is a way of adding people who may not be in the ScholarOne review system yet. Perhaps I've exhausted all of my personal connections and resources, and I want to find another way of searching for reviewers. ScholarOne offers this feature, is the related papers search. Here, you can add the names of reviewers if you would like, but the feature that is most useful for us is the keyword feature. Here, I can enter keywords from the paper I am currently working on. I can add more or fewer, whichever you would like. You can select the journal to search for related papers. I can select CAIS or all AIS journals. For the demonstration, I'll use all AIS journals. This is going to give me all of the papers in AIS journals that have the keyword fintech. You'll notice that in the list, sorted alphabetically here, you can see that authors are granted both author and reviewer roles. Some only have author permissions. Others have author, reviewer, and editor permissions. I can look at the papers that these accounts are associated with, and if they seem like they would be good candidates for reviewers for the paper I am currently working on, I can add these individuals by clicking this box here. If the entry has a View Submission tab, you can click on this and view the submission. That will give you more information about the submitted paper. If there is only a link, as is the case here, that paper has been archived and is no longer available. However, you can search it online, and you can use the provided keywords here in the title to offer some information as to whether this person might be a good reviewer for the paper I'm currently working on. I'm going to click this and say yes. And come down here. I can add those reviewers and go to the next page, you'll notice there's 31 papers that are similar to the one I'm working on. Those reviewers have been added to the review list, and I scroll down, and there are more papers similar to the one that I'm working on. You can see there's a large list. Here we have an author who does not have reviewer role yet. You can still select them as a reviewer, and they will be invited to review, which they could decline if they like or accept. So let's say this paper here looks promising, and this individual here might be a good reviewer for the paper I'm working on. I can go ahead and invite that person and add them to the list. Now I've populated a pretty substantial reviewer list using the Find Associated Papers search here. That's a very powerful tool for finding reviewers because it includes individuals who have published or co-authored papers similar to the one you're working on, but may not have reviewer permissions. You can search all AIS journals in terms of reviewers available, and that is going to give you a number of options that you can continue to return to. I only used one keyword, but you could use many. And inviting a reviewer is something that you can do very easily, and they can decline if they so choose or ignore the email, etc., and then it'll just lapse. But this will give you the option of casting a large net in terms of the reviewers for a paper, since that is such a key part of moving a paper quickly through the review process, is getting those reviewers on board as quickly as possible. There are other features, search features, that you can use to find reviewers. This auto suggest feature here preloads the keywords that the authors added, and so you could go ahead and enter those. This, however, only searches for people who are reviewers with these keywords associated with their review account, and it may be limited and you may not get any hits. The advanced search here offers very little advantage to the other types of searches. It really only allows you to limit it more, which often is not the problem. So just to review, there are a number of ways of searching for reviewers. If you're an AE for a paper, you can use search by name. You can add new reviewers, people that you know. You can use the related paper search, enter the keywords, select AIS journals or CIS specifically, and you can search for all the papers that have been submitted that include those keywords. And then you can go ahead and invite those authors and reviewers from those other papers to review this one. I hope that's been helpful and useful. You can, of course, email me, managingeditorcis@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to help further if needed. Thank you very much.